WLNS is here for you, celebrating 75 years of bringing you the news with 6 News at 5.
We now have reaction from local leaders with Lansing Pride about the decision by General Motors to remove its flag showing support for the LGBTQ community a lot earlier than in years past. It's our top story at 5. Thanks for joining us. I'm Jorma Duran. As we first reported to you, General Motors removed its LGBTQ flags that have flown in years past throughout the month of June in support of Pride Month. When asked why, we received a one-sentence response from GM that wasn't very elaborative. And today, representatives with Lansing Pride are now voicing their views regarding the move. 6 News reporter Rachel Ramsey joins us now live with that side of the story. Good evening, Rachel.
Good evening, Jorma. General Motors has had a long-standing presence in Lansing with 2 major plants, the Grand River Assembly and one in Delta Township. And for years, both facilities have flown pride flags for the entire month of June to support the LGBTQ community, until now. 6 News got word that these flags were no longer up, and when we drove to both facilities to confirm the report, we did not see them flying. GM confirmed to us that they did remove the flags a lot earlier this year and provided us with this statement. GM updated its flag display protocol for consistency across sites. Now, we spoke with Lansing Pride to see what they think of the decision made by GM.
It's performative then, right? You put it up for the beginning of the month and then you take it down halfway through, and it puts into question their allyship, their loyalty or dedication to not only their employees who may be part of the community, but also just to the community in general. Formative actions can be very simple and just when it's convenient. I think raising the flag was convenient, but dedication to the community and to making that stand maybe wasn't there for the long term.
We tried speaking to the unions as well and the Lansing Mayor's office to see if they had comment, but the unions did not get back to us, and a spokesperson for the mayor said he would not comment. If we get any new information on this story, we will keep you updated on air and online at WLNS.com. Jorma.
Rachel, thank you very much. Today, a group of Republican state lawmakers laid out their plan to cut what they are calling the red tape, which they say is holding back Michiganders from a variety of things, including housing and health care. The House Rules Committee held a press conference today to release its red tape reduction initiative. Committee Chair Bill Schuette and other House Republicans say excessive state regulations are creating barriers and increasing costs for skilled workers, small businesses, health care providers, and home builders. So they identified which laws and administrative rules are in need of reform.
Frankly, Michigan's one of the only states in the country where we require every single sector and license to have implicit bias training. I mean, that is a relic of the DEI era that the governor herself is turning away from. So let's make sure that we go forward and look for ways, again, to eliminate needless requirements.
Lawmakers said there is bipartisan agreement that Michigan should cut some red tape, adding that Governor Gretchen Whitmer even called for the streamlining of licensing and permitting during her State of the State address in February. A U.S. senator was forcibly removed from a Trump administration news conference on the White House's response to the unrest in Los Angeles. Elise Preston has the wild moments from California.
Have tried to insert into the city. So I want to say thank you to every single person that has been able to do this.
Hands up, hands up.
Federal agents forcibly removed California Senator Alex Padilla from Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem's news conference in Los Angeles Thursday after he interrupted her.
I'll have a conversation with him and visit and find out really what his concerns were. I think everybody in America would agree that that wasn't appropriate.
A spokesperson for Padilla says he was handcuffed at one point but is not currently detained.
If this is how the Department of Homeland Security responds to a senator with a question, you can only imagine what they're doing to farm workers, to cooks, to day laborers.
Noem went to Los Angeles in support of the Marines and National Guard troops the Trump administration called in to protect federal buildings and personnel in Los Angeles as anti-ICE protests continue.
I want to thank the Marines, the National Guard, our soldiers, our military men and women who have shown up here to help make sure that we have security.
The Trump administration says of the hundreds of undocumented migrants arrested in the LA area since operations began on Friday, about a third have prior criminal records. At an event Thursday, President Trump acknowledged the toll his immigration policy is having on the farming and hotel industries.
You know, they have very good workers. They've worked for them for 20 years. They're not citizens, but they've turned out to be, great. And we're going to have to do something about that.
The president said changes will be coming, but did not elaborate. Elise Preston, CBS News, Los Angeles.
A warning tonight from Michigan Attorney General Dana Nessel and 42 of her counterparts across the country. Beware of investment scams lurking on social media. They're calling on Meta to crack down on deceptive ads that have already cost some people their life savings. The scams involve fake ads using the images and names of trusted investors to lure victims into fraudulent WhatsApp groups. From there, they run so-called pump and dump schemes, hyping up penny stocks, cashing out, and leaving victims with massive financial losses. The AGs are asking Meta to improve its screening of investment ads, including manual human reviews, and, if needed, pause investment-related advertising altogether. A plane heading from India to the UK crashed just after takeoff, killing more than 240 people on board. Incredibly, one man survived, according to a doctor who treated him at a local hospital. Here for you is Chris Livesay from London.
The final moments of Air India 171 bound for London were captured on video minutes after takeoff from Ahmedabad, India. It quickly lost altitude and exploded in a fireball.
It was leaving with a full capacity of fuel. So we're looking at about 130 tons of fuel that were on the aircraft. That caused a massive explosion. And as a result, the damage on the scene will be intense.
Incredibly, a man apparently survived the crash. A doctor at a nearby hospital told the Associated Press he treated the passenger, saying he was disoriented and had multiple injuries, but appears to be out of danger. The plane's tail ended up sticking out of a building that was part of a medical college in the northwestern Indian city. Firefighters doused the smoking wreckage with water. The plane heading here to Gatwick Airport was carrying mostly Indian nationals. Air India says there were also more than 50 Britons on board, as well as Canadian and Portuguese citizens.
It was a horrific crash. It looks like most are gone.
The Boeing 787-8 went down after a mayday call from the plane. It's the first crash of a 787 Dreamliner, according to an aviation database.
This is a difficult day for all of us at Air India, and our efforts now are focused entirely on the needs of our passengers, crew members, their families, and loved ones.
Boeing's president and CEO expressed condolences to victims' families and pledged the company's support in the investigation. A team from the National Transportation Safety Board is heading to India to assist that effort. Chris Livesay, CBS News, London.
From Storm Tracker 6, this is Weather First, sponsored by Auto Owners Insurance. Simple human sense.
The weather here fairly quiet, and quite honestly, even with rain chances the next several days, no major storm systems are nearby, and it's overall looking pretty good. So we look long range, the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook shows above average temperatures across most of the United States, with the exception of the Pacific Northwest, but it's overall looking quite warm. As you look at our individual numbers on the high temperature trend, the coolest day is on Saturday at 76, and we're well above average Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of next week, and that's going to come with some humidity as well. May feel like it's close to 90 degrees, so certainly a taste of summer on the way. In terms of rainfall, we've got heavy rain to our south. We've got a spot of heavy rain to our north across the UP northern lower. We're kind of in between, as the energy is going to be divided, with one with a front and one with an area of low pressure. So for us, I'm sure there could be a shower tomorrow or a slight chance of a thunderstorm, but the chances overall pretty low. Then on Saturday, the best chance for heavier rain will be south of the state line. Some of that may creep in our direction. By Sunday and Monday, looks dry. Tuesday, a chance for a few afternoon pop-up showers and thunderstorms. So outdoor activities are looking to have a better chance of no hindrance from Mother Nature throughout the weekend. So we look at the satellite and radar, a few showers and band of clouds to our north with the stationary front. So we look at precision cast the next 24 hours. Front really doesn't move a whole lot. We've got an area of low pressure getting organized to our south. There's the heavy rain to our north. So in between, a pop-up shower, maybe a thunderstorm. thunderstorm through Friday evening, but not a lot of coverage. I imagine a lot of us are going to be dry through tomorrow evening, and we'll repeat that again on Saturday, although I think perhaps from Jackson south towards Hillsdale, maybe a better chance of some rainfall. But the further north you go into mid-Michigan, the lower your rain chances will be. So we move ahead from Saturday through Saturday morning and then into Saturday afternoon. Notice this area of low pressure pushing to the east. There goes the rain, so there's not a lot of activity left. So other than a pop-up shower, that should be about it. Temperatures currently are sitting in the mid-70s. It's mild outside and it feels a little on the muggy side, but overall not too bad. We're at 75 on the McLaren Can with a high today of 76. Wind gusts today were generally less than 20 miles per hour. Hazy sunshine in Grand Ledge, 75 the current temp. Today's high was 76 and only 61 out there this morning. Jackson Cam's at 77 degrees. Morning low dipped down to 60 degrees. And finally in Hillsdale, again, hazy sunshine, temperature at 79 after a high of 80 and a morning low only down to 66 degrees. Very warm start. For tonight, 58 the overnight low. Skies become mostly cloudy. Then for tomorrow, we'll have a mix of clouds and sunshine, but probably more clouds and sun. High tomorrow 77 degrees and just a slight chance of a couple showers tomorrow. Same thing as we head into Saturday, then Sunday partly cloudy. Same on Monday. Few showers and storms Tuesday and Wednesday with the heat of the day because it's going to be hot. That chance will continue Thursday and Friday. Clears out next week and it's slightly cooler air, lower 80s pushes back in.
I'm looking at that Tuesday. 86 and stormy.
A little steamy.
All right, we appreciate it. Well, the MSU Union turns 100. 6 News reporter Delaney Rogers is there right now with a sneak peek. Hey, Delaney.
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, coming up, I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek at Michigan State Union's birthday and what it's all about. Stay tuned.
All right, stay right there, everybody. 6 News at 5. We'll be right back.